but I'll forget it if I don't say it now. It was one of the things mentioned on our on WrestlingWithAttitude.com was use younger guys and less older talent, or get rid of part-time guys. Don't get rid of them, but don't make them the center of attention. Okay, when The Undertaker comes back, great, it's The Undertaker, cool, but we make him the center of attention? Why? I'm just saying, it's okay for him to have the spotlight, but not the whole spotlight. Okay. I'd rather see Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, these guys get the spotlight.
Well, that goes back to my point of why you shouldn't have brought back Brock Lesnar. All the complaining you did about, hey, Brock, we should have a heavyweight champion here right now.
Yeah, we should.
To a point, I agree, but there's nobody to fight him right now.
Yeah.
That's the problem. If there was somebody to fight him for the World Heavyweight title and you didn't have all these young stars that you're trying to push, then don't bring them back for a pay-per-view or two. Now, 3 or 4 is
I think
different.
They're just afraid to lose their people.
Push Seth Rollins. Lose who?
They're afraid to lose their fans. Like, if they don't bring Brock Lesnar back, they think, well, we don't know this new talent. We're not going to watch this anymore. Like, I feel there's a lot of older wrestling fans like that. There are.
You got to understand, a lot of wrestling fans left after Austin left.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. After the Attitude Era, people were done with it. I mean, I have friends now that I used to watch wrestling back in the 90s that don't watch it anymore.
Yeah.
And they would say, well, I turned on TV and it's crap.
It is.
Well, but it's not crap because there's a lot of young guys that are coming up. Okay? They have a lot of talented guys. I mean, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan to a point.
Cesaro.
Dolph Ziggler. Kevin Owens. Not young, but hey, Kevin Owens.
Adrian Neville, Sami Zayn.
Not AJ Neville.
Adrian
Neville.
I said Adrian.
Sami Zayn.
I said AJ.
Yeah. But you got a lot of young guys down in your NXT. You got a bunch of divas too. Charlotte, Sasha, Alyssa Bliss. There's a lot of talented ones down there. Bailey, whatever. But there's a bunch. There's a bunch down there.
Yeah.
And it's a transition period because John Cena, Randy Orton is towards the end of their careers.
Oh yeah.
They're on
it's
the
time
back
for the
nine.
fourth generation. Fourth generation's coming up, man.
Exactly. So, I mean, there's going to be a transition period. And you can't do what you did in the 90s now. You can't do what you did in year 2000 now.
You're right.
Times evolve.
It has.
As much as I love it, the music in the 90s is not nearly the same as it is now because it was, oh, my God, great. Now it's not as good.
Well,
but
yeah.
It's evolved, though.
Yeah.
It's different.
It is.
So,
well, I mean,
thank you, Ziggy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ziggy.
Ziggy.
Ziggy or Iggy. Excuse me, Iggy Isaiah or whatever her name is.
Well, but that's how music is, though. And take it from a guy that knows music.
Well, I know you do, and that's the reason I'm referencing it because it's the same with wrestling. It evolves.
I mean, I love music, but today I hate it. But that's because we're in that state of where it's going to go away. This pop stuff you hear now, in 5 years from now, is going to be completely different.
Right.
But you're right. That's how wrestling is. 5 years from now, this isn't going to be the same. And it won't.
No.
So, and I'm fine with that. But I just want to see the younger stars. I feel like we are starting to see them more.
But I see what you're saying, but at the same time, okay, I don't have a problem if The Undertaker comes back and wrestles at WrestleMania. As long as it's not for the heavyweight title.
As long as it's not for a championship.
John Cena, to me, perfect examples right now. John Cena, Randy Orton should never fight for the world title again. They shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have to.
You're right.
You should have the younger stars, even the mid-level younger stars, Daniel Bryan, Mr. B+. Even if you got to have him fight for the world title is better than having John Cena and
Oh, of
Roman
course.
Reigns. Or not Roman Reigns, Randy Orton.
Of course.
Because you need to build the foundation for the future.
Yeah.
Randy Orton and John Cena is over. You don't need them anymore.
No.
You don't need them to be the heavyweight guy.
You could use them
The
for
face of
like
the company.
grudge card matches,
Right.
You know,
You-
like
you-
mid matches.
No, not mid. It could be a main event. I'm fine with it being like the last main event or main event. Dude, there's no question in my mind John Cena should be a main event at WrestleMania almost every year because who he is.
Yeah,
Now, for the heavyweight title, heck no. Heck no.
and I agree with you on that.
I mean, him and CM Punk should have been CM Punk and Rock should have been main event 2 years ago at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I mean,
either. Yeah, no. 2 years ago, you're right. They should have been. You're right.
But that's my point, though. I don't have a problem with The Rock coming back and fighting in a main event because he is who he is.
Yeah.
You don't make millions of dollars off of him. You should use him in the main event.
Yeah.
But the heavyweight title, no way. Let your younger talent do it, especially
Very
when you only
true.
got one title. Anyway, finish your list.
All right. Well, yeah, we're going pretty far in this. All right, number 3. These are the 3 that I remember very well. Number 3 is bring back King of the Ring. I know you like King of the Ring.
I love King of the Ring.
I mean, again, King of the Ring made a lot of stars. Even though Sheamus isn't really doing much, he was a King of the Ring winner. You had Stone Cold, Rock, Triple H,
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar was King of the Ring winner. Who else was King?
But
There's a lot of King of the Ring winners.
King
though.
Mabel.
I thought that was okay.
But I agree with you. They should bring it back, but I think it should come back as the way it was, where it was a one-night tournament.
Yeah.
Not the crap on Raw. Let's start, a month before the pay-per-view, and let's do one match a week to determine who goes to the finals.
Oh, that
of
was
Raw.
wrong. Yeah.
No, let's have a little. 8 men. You have 8 guys wrestle. The winner at some point. And this will tie in JP's point when I get to it. But have the winner at some point. Okay, I'm king of the ring. I want to not cash in, but I get a number 1 contendership for the world title.
Yeah.
Or they get to choose which title they want to go after.
Well, also, I would be okay with it since you have a 3-hour Raw. Do it once a year. Do a King of the Ring Raw. Why not? If you don't want to make it a pay-per-view anymore, make it King of the Ring Raw, where you just do you dedicate it like you do the Slammies every year. You dedicate it to King of the Ring. You have 3 hours. You mean to tell me you can't get a tournament done in 3 hours?
Right. It's better than some of the crap you got going on.
I mean, I'm just saying that's a good idea. I really believe bring it back because when you did King of the Ring, you created a great story for that superstar. You built up that superstar. It was like when Cesaro won the Battle Royal or whatever at WrestleMania. You thought, okay, this kid's going to go somewhere. He didn't. But if you had King of the Ring, I believe it would be better.
Well, also, if you did King of the Ring, it can transform a superstar.
Yeah.
To me, a perfect example of this is Booker T. All right. Before Booker T won King of the Ring, he was just black guy, his same gimmick he's been the last 20 years. The Harlem Heat, or last 10 years, whatever. Same gimmick. He never evolved. And where was he going to evolve to? Nowhere.
Yeah.
He won King of the Ring. He became King Booker.
Booker.
Booker. And, it was, say what you want, it was a great move for him because he was good.
Yeah. Well, same thing like with Sheamus. He didn't evolve like that. But
No.
with Sheamus, okay, so he became King of the Ring winner, and then you see him as WWE champ later on.
Yeah.
Facing John Cena.
Well, it helped him go to it.
Oh, and that was great. Yeah. See, that's what I want to see. I want to see more. You can't tell me King of the Ring won't help with evolving characters to that next level. I believe it does, right?
Yeah, just imagine to me right now, a perfect example. Actually, there's 2 guys, I think. One would be Daniel Bryan as the King of the Ring runner.
Yeah.
King Daniel. Or what? I think that would be I think people would love it. I think it would be great. Then the other one could be Dolph Ziggler.
Oh my gosh. Dolph Ziggler is the King of the Ring winner.
That's
you know
what I'm
how
saying.
awesome that would be?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Man.
You know, Seth Rollins, another one.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's got money in the bank right now, but you add that to his resume.
Even Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose, in my opinion. Well, more Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, I like if he didn't get hurt, I think that would have been cool if he was King of the Ring winner. Like if they did that, but that's what I'm saying.
I agree with you. I
think that would be good. Number 2 is managers, and what I mean by managers, I'm not talking like get like 8 guys off the street, make them a manager. I'm talking bring guys back that can be managers, and I get money is tight right now, and I get that they're doing budget cuts. But the one thing I agree that the managers will help, yes, you'll lose a little bit of money, but it will help with character, with building your younger guys' talent with their characters.
Character development.
Character development. I really believe that. When you have a manager, how many times in the past have people had managers to start with, and then their characters evolved as they went on?
Well, like, for example, right now, a person that really needs a manager's Ryback.
Yes. Ryback really does.
I can't imagine Rusev without Lana.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you need – I understand why WWE doesn't have more managers because most guys are single guys now, and they want the guys to be able to speak on their own. They want them to be able to handle themselves. I mean, you don't have special occasions. Yes, you need to have somebody manager. I can't. But when it's budget cuts, and the number one thing you can control in any business is payroll, and that's the thing with WWE.
Think like Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
Remember, he had a manager always with Heyman, but I remember a time on SmackDown where Lesnar talked by himself.
He didn't always have a manager because Heyman turned on him and he was with the Big Show.
But I think that was great, is that still Lesnar developed. He can talk when he has to. Nowadays, he doesn't have to talk unless he talks in a promo. I think it's great. Unless he's talking on like a video promo, it's cool.
Well, the thing is that they want, in WWE, they don't do the Bobby the Brain Heenan anymore.
Yeah.
Because Bobby Brain was a wrestler and he went into being a manager.
Yeah.
They don't do it anymore. They want you to be a wrestler. Look at the managers they have now, Zeb Coulter and Paul Heyman. They've been around forever.
Oh, yeah. Zeb Coulter was a wrestler at one point.
He was a wrestler at some point, but he was around. They've been around forever.
Oh, yeah.
Lana just got into. She was a wrestler in NXT before they put her with him.
See, I didn't know that. Bet I didn't know.
Supposedly, but that's where they met was NXT, and they put them together.
Yeah.
Or FCW, excuse me.
Well, I mean, see, that's the thing, though, is that's what I want to see. I want to see more, like, even with managers, I get it. I get that you want them to be wrestlers and everything, but managers never hurt, in my opinion. They always helped. I mean, there was a few downfall managers that we won't bring up, but most of them helped develop superstars, and that is why I think it's a good idea to bring them back.
I agree. You should have some managers. But it's so hard. What's the number one thing, the hardest thing in wrestling to do? A promo.
Yeah.
And think about. You look at the list right now. I can count on one hand of how many wrestlers do great promos each week.
Yeah.
On one hand.
That's not good.
Seth Rollins.
Ambrose.
John Cena.
Ziggler. Really? Ziggler's doing good, man.
He's doing good, but he has some promos he's like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking about, you can give him the mic. Triple H.
Orton. Yeah.
I mean, seriously. Reigns is not there yet. Daniel Bryan, for heaven's sake, is not there. Brie Bella is not there.
AJ
Nikki
Lee.
Bella is not there. AJ's good. She's not great yet, but she's
getting
good.
better.
No, she's getting better. I'm talking about, you can give these people the mic and let them go to the ring and take care of it.
Yeah.
Why do you think Triple H usually opens up Raw with Stephanie and does like a 15, 20-minute promo?
Because they both can talk.
Because they can do it and no one else can.
Yeah.
So it's harder to find. And you talking about adding a manager that can't speak. I don't think Zeb Coulter could do a 10-minute promo, 15-minute promo.
I think he could.
Paul Heyman, of course. That's one exception to the rule.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, my number one, because I think this is 20 minutes long.
We're right there at the 30-minute mark.
Oh, wow. Well, hey, good talking. All right, my number one, and this hits me right